September, in an early year of a decade not too long before our own, the human race suddenly...
Your ears and shakes of bones!
We've all heard of Freemasonry and the supposedly hidden agenda its members have to achieve global domination
and lower pitch.
And so, the next time you hear things, it's sound waving at you. Bye-bye now.
This side?
Yep.
You can hear the tapping through the bricks. Sound travels faster through bricks, too.
See how the spring squeezes together and then spreads apart? Well, the same thing. Sound travels in waves. The television picture you're watching right now started out as a wave. Take a look at this. We can count peaks to get the frequency. We can measure this distance to get the wavelength, or we can measure this distance.
Wow.
How does that make you feel?
Like I've been bamboozled and hoodwinked all this time.
I feel so bad,
Soli, nitrate, nitrite, metals. We test wastewater, drinking water, hazardous waste.
We only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
But there were very few vibrations of any sort. Here's a picture of the INSAT.
I think it's something to do with free will.
Would you please repeat that? Please repeat that?
What you have stolen from me.
Swallow this. What is it?
Happy bar. Happy bar. Happy bar. Happy bar. Happy bar.
So they're moving around in little circles, but they're not moving that way along with the waves. The waves are going right through the water without carrying much water with them. Isn't that cool? That's just the way it is with waves. Sonar uses sound waves to find things underwater. And it sets up a wave in the string. And the wave in the string sets up...
Our own, the human race suddenly encountered a deadly threat to its very existence.
Previously blurred figure on the grassy knoll. With optical enhancement, an unmistakable image appears. Charlier had a clear picture of a man with a...
Stop talking, because I got a lot to say, and you got a lot to listen to, so you better buck up and just get ready to have your ear chopped off like Van Gogh. You got that? I did. I started to know your place in the Flat Earth movement. Leader, you. Follower, okay? Electromagnetic waves through my car. So when I got, look, I was out painting.
We've all heard of Freemasonry and the supposedly hidden agenda its members have to achieve global domination through a new world order, but how many of us really know anything substantial about the subject? I'm Mike with List 25, and from memberships to symbols, here are 25 curious facts about Freemasonry. dictation from his Grandmaster to claim the moon as being in the territorial jurisdiction of the Grand Lodge of Texas. John Glenn was also a Mason. Most famous Freemasons include Charles Darwin, Mark Twain, Winston Churchill, J. Edgar Hoover, Benjamin Franklin, and the first president and founding father of our country, George Washington. Or enemy soldiers who recognized each other as Freemasons helped each other and saved each other's lives. Even during war, these Freemasons' loyalty to the craft did not fade. Not to testify truthfully when another Mason is on trial. They admit that it may be perjury, but to them, it's a far greater sin to not protect one of their own. True of liberty. Friedrich Bartholdy, the man who designed the famous statue, was a Mason.
Bleep, bloop, blorp, I am a robot too.
Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives.
The fact that the planet is in the control of mad people. You know, people who are crazy, people who are greedy, all these people who... The world is flat after all, flat after all.
The earth flat.
Know about health. So you'd need to reprogram stuff so that you teach people about how to be healthy. That way, you don't spend so much money on disease. You'd have people would be healthier.
He knows nothing of the potential of the microchip or the silicon revolution.
Bird checks position by the sun compass. The glacier signals the South Pole itself. Here, Bird drops the flags of the United Nations, carefully boxed, a symbol of America's goodwill to all nations.
This expedition is going down to the South Pole area to make certain observations and to look for some bases. They will be back in April, and they will report back, and upon the information we get from that undertaking, we will base the bigger expedition that's to follow. Slightly frozen, center of an ocean 10,000 feet deep. The South Pole, the center of a plateau, 10,000 feet high. The North Polar Sea is surrounded by continents that are slightly frozen. The Antarctic continent is surrounded by a belt of ice, frozen seas of at least 1,200 miles thick. Now the south is a plateau. It gets in some places 14,000 feet up. I've been over areas about 13,000, and it's a little bit chilly up there. It's pretty cold. There's only one permanent resident, that's the emperor penguin. The little ones live further north. I tell you one reason they're interested. It's by far the most valuable, important place left in the world for science. That's why the scientific groups all over the nation are really interested. Now, the North Pole is the center of an ocean 10,000 feet deep. The South Pole, the center of a plateau, 10,000 feet high. The North Polar Sea is surrounded by continents. The South Pole, the center of a plateau. The North Polar Sea is surrounded by continents. The North Polar Sea is surrounded by continents 10,000 feet high, slightly frozen.